What's up YouTube, this is Sean. I am back, and in this video we are going to wrap up the construction portion of Mazda C. I'm gonna cover the painting portion in another video, but in this video we are going to be working on the arms, the legs, and the cod piece. Here's a quick shot of the boots. So yeah, let's just jump right into it, why don't we? And we are going to start off with the arm. So here are the pieces for the shoulder pauldron, and yeah, there are some V undercuts and some angle cuts. So it's gonna go on just like that, real nice and easy, simple enough, huh? There is another piece which I am gluing on some accents. I think that is like 6mm EVA foam. Figure it gave it some depth and definition. And here are the parts or pieces for the biceps, or yeah, the biceps. And there's actually a front and a back piece, and they are pretty much identical. So goes on together just like that. Pretty similar to the shoulder pieces, but shaped differently. Now that I got these glued together, I'm going to trim off these little axes. Then I'm going to attach it to the shoulder pauldrons just like that. And there's one for the front and the other one's for the back side. And once it's all together, it looks like a spaceship, like something from Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica Trek, something like that. Then I got this little band, which is like an extra scrap piece. It's gonna wrap around the arm. Okay, now we are going to be working on the forearms, and basically it's gonna go on just like this. The inner part of the arm and the outer part of the arm basically mirrors each other, and they're gonna glue on just like that. Notice I have the foam somewhat staggered to give it some coldness, staggering look. And then I'm gonna attach this center piece, which is the back piece of the forearm, and notice how the other side is like mirrored to the pieces we just assembled. I wanted to make the patterns pretty simple and still look pretty cool. And yeah, notice there are some V-groove undercuts in there, and here is a thin strip for the front of the forearm. Now that I got both of the inner and the outer of the forearm assembled, it's time to attach them together just like that. And then I'm going to attach the back of the arm, the elbow side of the arm, I guess. So yeah, just like that. And this will also look like another spaceship, something like a Borg or a Klingon. Doing a lot of Star Trek reference. Was it Star Wars? Yeah. Moving along to the cod piece or the belt, or yeah, something like that. It's like the cod with the belt. It's also got some butt covers, but this piece right here is the pouch. I mean, you can actually use actual pouches, but these are like non-functional pouches that's supposed to look like pouches, and they just kind of strap onto the side of the belt just so it doesn't look empty and plain. Notice I had a bunch of V-groove undercuts and some angle cuts. There are some pretty hard angle cuts on this, and I made two, one for the left and the right. And here are the pieces for the butt we're in. And I don't know why I started with that, but I'm skipping over to the front with the cod piece and doing the center of the front cod pieces to the side pieces. And go on just like that. And then I'm going to attach the other side. Just like that. Now, eventually, later on in the video, I do end up cutting the side pieces, but I went ahead and assembled it just like this because that's how I had it printed out. But I think in the patterns, if you're trying to save material or use smaller materials, then you can possibly cut it where the pouches connect. But yeah, right now I'm connecting the butt area to the rest of the belt. Now, for some people, this might work. Some people, it might be too small or too big. So I'm going to make it adjustable. First, I'm going to scuff up the texture side of the EVA foam. Since they're floor mats, they do have a texture side, and it's not going to stick, or the contact cement is not going to absorb into the foam, so you want to scuff it up. And then see right there, I went ahead and cut it up, and I'm applying some contact cement, and I'm going to eventually glue one of the pouches to that section right there. And I'm going to use some Velcros, and this is where it's going to this is what's going to make it adjustable. Now, depending on your gut size or your waist size, you may want to trim off some material or maybe possibly add some. So yeah, I'm going to apply the Velcro hook side right there. Now remember, I like applying my hook side facing outward, because that way when I get paint on it, the hook still works, but I don't want to get paint on the loop side. So I'm going to put the loop side of the Velcro on the inside, just like that, so that way I don't get paint on that. And now that I have both sides attached or glued up, you can see where I'm going with this. It can also be adjustable to fit your body size. Alright, now it's time to work on the thigh piece. Now notice that I'm using some floor mats, and one thigh takes up one sheet of floor mat. And now that I got all the V-groove undercuts all glued up and pressed together, it's time to attach the lower piece to the upper piece of the thigh. It's gonna go on just like that, and there are some angle cuts right there too, so keep that in mind. And then I'm going to attach the piece that wraps around the actual thigh itself. So basically, one goes to the front, and then the other edge goes to the back. Well, you kind of get the idea. Just showing you guys how to assemble the patterns. Alright, so now that I got all this pretty much glued up, I am going to apply the accent to the side piece right here. Felt it looked kind of naked without anything there, so I just came up with this nifty little airplane looking thingy and put it on the side. Now you can actually get creative and do something else to it, but you know, I just wanted to make it simple. Alright, so here are the pieces for the shin guard, and it just kind of wraps around just like that. That's for the I guess the shin part. And then now I'm going to, I guess this part is like the calf sides, the back part. And notice there is a lot of V-groove undercuts there, and I did it like this because I wanted to look somewhat edgy, I guess. You don't necessarily have to do the V-groove undercuts. You can make it real smooth by not putting any undercuts there. It'll still take its form. And I felt like it was kind of extreme, but well, I've already done it, so might as well go with it. Now that I got the calf side put together, it's time to attach it to the shin part of the boot. It's gonna go on just like that. Notice there are some angle cuts right there, and these are pretty much slight angle cuts, but when you attach them together, it's going to give you these that bevel right there. And now we are going to assemble the knee pad, or the knee part. And just like the shoulders, there are some V-groove undercuts and some angle cuts right there. And yeah, pretty simple stuff, I guess. Alright, so now that I got the knees assembled, it's time to carefully attach it to the rest of the upper portion of the boot. Just want to work from one corner around to the other corner, and then stick it on there just like that. Now keep in mind that I'm using barge contact cement. You can actually use dab weldwood, which is like a cheaper alternative, and you can pick those up at like Walmart or Home Depot. Usually find them in the paint section. So a lot of people ask me what kind of glue I use. Alright, so we are pretty much done with the upper part of the boot. Time to work on the shoe part. This is the toe piece. Notice there are some V-groove undercuts. Just glue them together just like that. And this part is going to attach to the tip of the boot, just like that. And this is the front top piece of the boot. Then I'm going to attach the heel section to the sides of the boot, just like that. Then once I get that done, I want to attach the front top piece to the side piece, just like that. And then I'm going to put this part right here on the top part. And then we're going to attach the toe to the rest of the boot. And so far so groovy, and it's starting to come together. Well, it's been coming together, but we're getting close to the end. Now it's time to make these shoes functional. I went ahead and slapped some paint on it just for poops and giggles, but I went and hot glued a double-sided Velcro right there, and it's going to go on the sides and strap down just like that where my heel is. Just keep that in mind whenever you are selecting the proper boots. Now it's time to attach the shoe to the shin guard, and I'm using some scrap foam right here, and it's just going to glue on just like that. It's going to give me some mobility, flexibility, whatever. I want to be able to walk. So here is a shot of all the construction part of the foam pieces done. The thigh, the quad, the arms, and the other stuff, the helmet and the chest back piece. So far it is coming together, and I hope you're digging it, because I'm so digging it. Yeah, and I couldn't fit the boots on my mannequin, so I just, you know, set it aside. But yeah, this is where we're at, and so far we are just about there. I'm gonna cover the painting in an upcoming video, and if this is what you're into, I mean, if you're really into this kind of stuff, then check the links in the description down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already subscribed. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.